Bible. What do you read there? The man answered,
You shall love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your mind, and your neighbor as yourself.
Does that sound like a good answer? I sure think so. And Jesus says, yeah, you're exactly right, Mr. Smart Lawyer Guy. You know it exactly. But then the lawyer had one more question for Jesus, because he knew there was something not quite right about how he was feeling about things. So he said,
And who is my neighbor?
and then Jesus looked around him and he said, I'm going to display it for you. And he said, and they beat him up. Gently. And then they went away to the back of the cave. But Patrick was laying here. You got to lay down. Right here. Patrick, right here so we can see. Okay, lay down right there. Perfect. They left him half dead by the side of the road. Now by chance, a priest was going down that road, and when the priest saw Patrick laying there, he passed on by on the other side. You can go right on over. And so likewise, a pastor was walking down the road and came upon Patrick laying by the side of the road and saw him there and then passed on by to the other side. But a Samaritan, and you guys all go, ooh, ooh. A Samaritan was traveling down that same road and came near, and when he saw Patrick laying by the side of the road, he was moved with pity. He bent down on the ground, here you go, right here, and gave him a Band-Aid, and poured oil on his head, and helped him and said, are you okay, are you okay? Alright? And then he helped him to his feet. He put him on his own donkey. So Patrick, stand up, pretend you're getting on a donkey, and rode over to Leah. Would you stand over on at that table there? Rode over to Leah's inn, and he helped Patrick get all the way to Leah's inn. And then come back here, Mr. Samaritan. And then he went back the next day and he gave Leah money. And he said, take care of him, and when I come back, I'll repay you even more money if it takes more money. And then Jesus said to everyone who just heard this story, which of the three you think was a neighbor to the man who fell into the hands of robbers?
Me. The one who showed him mercy.
And Jesus said, go and do likewise. Who fell into the hands of the robbers? And the lawyer said,
One who showed him mercy.
and Jesus said, go and do the same for others. Go and do likewise. And as he was walking along the road, there was a cave of rocks up to the side, and suddenly two robbers jumped out of the cave from the side, and grabbed this man, and beat her up, and hurt her. Come on, you gotta come out there, Robert. Get her, pull her down to the ground, and left her half dead, laying by the side of the road. And then they went back into their cave, into hiding. Well, along came a priest. You stand up, priest. Why don't you walk all the way around the room and then down this road and past. Along came a priest, one of the special priests from Jerusalem, coming back to Jerusalem. And when the priest got to the man, he walked on by. And then along came a minister. And the minister stood up, please, and walked down the road headed toward Jerusalem, and got to this man lying by the side of the road, and he was gonna, no, he was not gonna do anything. He walked on by. And then along came a Samaritan. Stand up and walk the same way. And when Jesus said this, along came a Samaritan, everybody in the crowd went, ooh. You say it? Ooh. Because Jewish people do not like Samaritans, and Samaritans do not like Jewish people. In the first century, there was a big clash between these two people. They lived right near each other, but there was a border that divided them. And you know, if someone was a Samaritan, they were a bad person. But Jesus says, a Samaritan came walking down the road. And the Samaritan, upon seeing the man lying by the side of the road, said, "Are you okay?"
Are you okay?
And when it was clear that the man was not okay, the Samaritan got down and started to put Band-Aids on the person. You don't have to actually do it, but hold them on. No, you gotta look like you're caring for the person. You gotta care for her. You gotta heal her. Be considerate of her. Yeah, gently touch her head. Make sure she's okay. Okay? And after making sure that the man was okay, the Samaritan helped the man to his feet. And then the Samaritan who was heading that direction turned around and went this direction because the Samaritan knew there was a hotel over this way owned by Sydney, a big fancy hotel. The Samaritan took his own money, her own money, and gave it to the hotel owner and said, "Take care of my friend.
Thank you.
And if there's any more money that you need for caring for my friend, I will settle up with you later."
Money.
Let's give a round of applause to our... And Jesus said to the lawyer, listen, this is the last line. Jesus said to the lawyer, who was the neighbor?
And the neighbor is the one who showed him mercy.
Jesus says, yeah, you're right. The neighbor is the one who shows him mercy. So, who was the neighbor there?
Excuse me.
Yeah.
The Samaritan also has a question.
The Samaritan, yeah.
One day Christians like the Samaritan?
Yeah, hey guys, everybody come back in now. Carefully. How many people went past the person laying on the ground? So each team, two people have to run down and around. Okay, so you run down and around. Next person line, down and around. The third person line is going to put a Band-Aid. Let's see, I'm going to ask that, what's your name? What is it? Haley. Can you stand up on this chair? Haley is going to be Zacchaeus for us. Can you stand right up here? Haley went to a sycamore tree. She stood up in the tree. Jesus was down among the people, teaching the people and healing the people. And Zacchaeus is just watching what's going on. Zacchaeus is short, and that's true, they say he was short. But also, the reason he's in the tree isn't just because he's short. He's hiding. The people hate Zacchaeus. He doesn't want the crowds to see he's there because he's afraid they may attack him or they yell at him because they just dislike him so much. So Jesus is teaching and healing, and he does all that, and then suddenly he says, "Hey Zacchaeus, would you come down, please?" You think Zacchaeus was happy that Jesus told everyone that he was up there? Zacchaeus was trying to hide. "Zacchaeus, won't you come down? I want to go to your house for dinner." What do you think the people thought of that? What do you think the people thought when Jesus said he wanted to go to Zacchaeus' house for dinner? Yeah.
Why him?
Why him? Why him? He's been horrible to us, and you want to go hang out with him? You got the option of hanging out with us, and you're going to go hang out with him? What's your problem, Jesus, right? Anybody else? What other things might they have been thinking? Yeah.
He's been mean to us, so why don't we hang out with him?
Yeah, he's mean to us. You are part of the kingdom of God. You're part of my community. And Zacchaeus was so excited to have been loved by Jesus that Zacchaeus got up and he went with Jesus to the people. And Zacchaeus said, I am going to give back to all of you everything I've taken from you. And not only that, I'm going to give you double because I was wrong to you. And Zacchaeus started handing out money. Pretend you're handing out money? Yeah, handing out money to all the people.
$1 million!
And how do you think people felt about Zacchaeus by the end of this?
Thank you!
Yeah, thanks Zacchaeus. And what do you think they thought about Jesus?
Jesus is a good man.
Yeah, man. I mean, because Jesus changed Zacchaeus' heart and made Zacchaeus change his actions. It's good for him. It's good for Jesus and it's good for all of us. If we can love our enemies and make our enemies change, it then make all of our lives safer and better. Okay? So that's the story of Zacchaeus. Thank you, Zacchaeus. The challenges.
Because they wanted to go to the top of the mountain.
You want to get to the top of the mountain? Yeah. And what else? What? Go to the top of the mountain or help him? And did you notice that once somebody said, let's go to the top of the mountain, I don't think we can help, what did the next two friends say? So this one lawyer came to Jesus. And this lawyer came to Jesus.
What must I do to be fully part of the new community that you're creating?